Hi, Cancer. I prayed over the cards, shuffled them, and asked that you each receive at least one message. Wow. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. These are some really good cards. So the first one we have here, um, let me see if you guys can see that, is the Empress. And on the bottom it says abundance, give birth to your dreams, nurture yourself and others. This is a major arcana. So this is huge. Things are going to shift for many of you. They're congratulating you on all the work that you have put in because you have really put it in. Like a lot of you, they're saying a lot of you, you've had a lot of things fall to the side, fall away. Many of those things were not in your control. Many of those things were taken away because they weren't meant for you. They weren't good for you. For a lot of you, you were very unhappy with those things for a long time. For some of you, it was a job. For some of you, it was a lover, a partner. For some of you, it was also things to improve your health, they're saying. But you've gone through a lot of changes, and a number of you have gone through multiple changes at once. So maybe you've been doing things to improve your health while at the same time dealing with a relationship that you were trying to fix for a very long time, and then suddenly it was removed from your life completely. This is huge because this is a very clear indicator that now, because those things have gone away, and for some of you, you have chosen to let those things go, and they're congratulating you on that. They really are. Now things are going to shift for the better. Now that you've let all that old energy go, things are going to turn around. And not just slightly, magical changes are about to happen in your life. Now, for some of you, when we look at this energy, you see the Empress holding a baby. Traditionally, this represents giving birth to something new ideas, new beginnings, new life. And yes, for some, it can be literal, but what I'm getting here is much deeper. For a lot of you, because of these huge changes that you've gone through, your life is about to completely transform completely. Right now, you are in a phase where you have what they're showing me as the Midas touch, meaning anything you focus on, anything you nurture, anything you give your attention to, it grows. It succeeds and multiplies. So this is not the time to doubt yourself or to hesitate. This is the time to move because everything is aligning for you financially, emotionally, physically, and yes, financially especially. Now, here's where it gets even more interesting because what they're showing me is that a lot of you have been through something very painful. Letting go was not easy. Walking away was not easy. Accepting that something you believed in was not your future. That was not easy. You held on to things because you believed that was your path. That was your identity. That was your life. This is the job I'll stay in. This is the person I'll build with. This is where I belong. But deep down, it wasn't making you happy. And now that it's gone, now that space is open, now your real path can begin. And this is where things start to accelerate because what's coming in is not just better, it's aligned. And aligned opportunities move fast. Now, for some of you, this is where things connect to money in a big way because what they're showing me is not just small improvement, they're showing me expansion, growth, increase, opportunities that come from different directions. Some of you are about to step into something that has the potential to change your financial situation completely, not slowly, but faster than you expect. Now, listen carefully to this part because this is important. There is a message or a call coming from someone, and this is not random. This is someone who is connected to your next level. For some of you, this is a business opportunity. For others, this is someone who sees your value and wants to work with you. For others, this could even be someone from your past returning with a different energy, a different intention. But what matters is this communication changes something. It opens a door. And the way you respond to it matters because for some of you, you might hesitate. You might start overthinking. You might go back into that old pattern of analyzing everything, questioning everything. And they're saying clearly, stop. Stop over analyzing. Stop delaying. Stop waiting for perfect certainty because you already know. They're showing me this very clearly. A lot of you already know what your next step is. You felt it, you've thought about it, you've imagined it, but fear slowed you down. And now they're saying, enough, move. Because this opportunity, this message, this call, it's not here to confuse you, it's here to move you forward. And here's the part that's going to shock you. They're showing me growth at a level that feels almost unreal for you right now. Multi-level income, expansion, recognition, and for some of you, millionaire energy, not just in a dream way, but in a real, structured, buildable way. But it starts with one decision, one response, one moment where you choose not to go back into fear. They're literally showing me this image of a basketball going into a hoop, and they're saying, take the shot because there is no way you miss. No way. This is alignment. This is timing. This is everything coming together after everything that fell apart. So don't freeze now. Don't go back now, because everything you went through was preparing you for this exact moment. And this is just the beginning. Now, the next card. Wow. Okay, this is powerful. This is really powerful because this is confirming everything we just talked about, but it's taking it to another level. This is no longer just about internal shifts or small improvements. This is about movement in your real life. Things happening, things changing, things opening up in ways that you can actually see and experience. What they're showing me very clearly is communication, something coming in, something direct, something that reaches you and stops you for a moment because you didn't expect it. And this is where that message or that call comes in. For many of you, this is going to be someone reaching out to you. And it's not just casual, it's not just checking in. This is purposeful. This is someone who has something to offer, something to say, something that connects directly to your next step. For some of you, this could be work related, someone seeing your potential, someone wanting to collaborate, someone bringing you an opportunity that you didn't think was available to you yet. And what's interesting is this person has been observing you for a while. Even if you don't realize it, they've been watching how you move, how you think, how you present yourself, and now they're ready to approach you. For others, this message could come from someone you already know, but the energy is different this time. Their approach is different. Their intention is clearer. And this is what makes you pause because you're not used to seeing them like this. And here's where you need to be careful, not in a fearful way, but in an aware way. Because your old self would immediately go into overthinking. Why now? What changed? Can I trust this? And while it's good to be aware, they're saying don't let that stop you from seeing the opportunity in front of you. Because for many of you, this message is directly connected to money, to growth, to expansion, to something that has real value. And if you stay stuck in your head, you might delay something that is meant to move quickly. They keep showing me speed, fast movement, things happening one after the other. And this is why they've been preparing you. This is why you had to go through all those endings, all those shifts, all that emotional clearing. Because what's coming in now doesn't have time for hesitation. Now, let's talk about how this connects to your financial situation, because this is where things become very real. What they're showing me is multiple streams, not just one source, not just one job, but different ways of income opening up for you. And this could start from something simple, something you didn't take seriously before, maybe a skill, maybe an idea, maybe something you enjoy doing, and suddenly it becomes valuable. There are people who started with something small, something they thought was just a side thing, and then one opportunity came in, one person noticed, one connection happened, and everything expanded from there. And that's exactly the kind of energy around you. This is not about struggling to make money. This is about aligning with ways that allow money to come in more naturally, more consistently, and more intelligently. And here's something very important. They're showing me that for some of you, you've been underestimating yourself. You've been thinking too small. You've been limiting what you believe is possible for you. And now life is about to show you that you are thinking way below your actual potential. Because when we talk about becoming a millionaire, this is not about luck. This is about positioning. This is about being in the right place with the right mindset taking the right action when the opportunity shows up. And that's exactly what's happening. This message or call is not just a conversation. It's a doorway, and what you do after it matters more than the call itself. Do you act on it? Do you follow through? Do you take it seriously? Or do you go back to doubt? Because this is where timelines change. This is where two people can receive the same opportunity and end up in completely different places based on how they respond. Now, let's go a little deeper because they're also showing me something emotional connected to this communication. For some of you, this person brings not only opportunity, but also clarity, maybe closure, maybe understanding, maybe something that helps you release the past fully so you can move forward without hesitation. And that's important because you can't fully step into abundance while still holding on to confusion or emotional weight from before. So, this conversation, as simple as it might seem, it carries layers, it carries meaning, it carries movement. Now, remember what we said before. You have the Midas touch right now. So, anything you focus on grows, which means when this opportunity comes in, if you give it your attention, your energy, your effort, it will expand, it will succeed, it will bring results. But if you ignore it, if you delay it, if you doubt it too much, you slow down that momentum. And they don't want that for you. Not now. Not when everything is finally aligning. So when that message comes, when that call happens, be present, listen carefully, feel the energy, and then move. Take a step, even a small one, because that small step leads to something bigger, and that's how this whole thing unfolds. This is not random. This is not coincidence. This is the result of everything you've been through, everything you've released, everything you've learned, and now things are responding back to you in a real, tangible way. Now, the next part of this is where everything comes together. This is where it's no longer just potential or possibility. This is where it becomes real, something you can actually see, something you can measure, something that reflects directly in your life. And what they're showing me here is expansion at a level that might even surprise you. Because a lot of you, even though you've been hoping for change, you didn't fully expect it to come in this way or at this speed. There is a clear shift from surviving to building, from managing to multiplying. And that's a completely different energy because surviving is about maintaining, but building is about creating, and multiplying is about growing beyond what you thought was enough. And this is where that multimillionaire energy starts to make sense. Not as something unrealistic or far away, but as something that develops step by step through decisions, opportunities, and actions that align together. They're showing me consistency, smart moves, not rushing blindly, but also not hesitating too much. A balance that allows you to move forward while staying aware. And that's what creates real wealth. Not just money that comes and goes, but something that stays, something that grows, something that supports your lifestyle long term. Now, here's where it connects back to that message or call again, because for some of you, that moment is the trigger. It's the starting point of something bigger. Maybe it introduces you to a new environment. Maybe it connects you to people who think differently. Maybe it opens your eyes to possibilities you didn't consider before. And once you step into that space, everything starts expanding naturally. There are people who had one conversation that led to a new direction, one connection that led to multiple opportunities, one decision that changed their entire financial situation. And it didn't happen because they were lucky. It happened because they were ready to act when the moment came. And that's exactly what you're stepping into, a phase where your actions actually lead somewhere, where your effort connects with results, where what you do matters in a visible way. Now, let's talk about something deeper, because this is not just about money, even though money is a big part of it. This is also about how you see yourself, because you can't hold a higher level life with a limited mindset. And what they're showing me is that your identity is shifting. You're no longer seeing yourself as someone who struggles to reach things. You're starting to see yourself as someone who creates, someone who builds, someone who attracts opportunities instead of chasing them. And that shift changes everything because once you believe that you can handle more, life starts giving you more. Now, imagine this clearly. Your daily life looks different. Your income is not something you worry about constantly. You have more control, more options, more freedom to choose what you want to do, where you want to go, how you want to live, and that doesn't come from one big event. It comes from a series of aligned steps that build on each other. And yes, for some of you, this includes a major upgrade in your lifestyle. Maybe moving to a better place, changing your environment, surrounding yourself with people who match your energy, people who support growth instead of holding you back. And that alone creates another level of expansion. Now let's go back to something important. That fear that used to stop you, that hesitation, that overthinking, it doesn't control you the same way anymore. You still feel it sometimes, but it doesn't decide for you. And that's the difference because courage is not the absence of fear. It's moving despite it. And that's exactly what you're doing now. They're also showing me recognition, people noticing you, people respecting what you do, people seeing your value in a way that maybe they didn't before. And while that might feel new at first, it's actually a reflection of what you've been building internally for a long time now. Here's something very important to remember as all of this unfolds. Stay grounded, stay focused. Don't get distracted by things that don't align with where you're going. Because when things start improving, distractions also increase, and your ability to choose what matters becomes even more important. And finally, understand this. This is not a temporary moment. This is not something that comes and goes quickly. This is a transition into a different level of life, a level where you operate differently, think differently, and receive differently. So when that call comes, when that message reaches you, when that opportunity shows up, don't treat it like something small. Don't delay it. Don't doubt it too much because it's connected to something bigger than you can currently see. Now, before you go, I want you to claim this moment. Don't just listen and move on. Comment, I'm ready for my next level. If you feel this shift and tell me honestly what would change first in your life if your income multiplied, what would you do differently? Write it. Make it real. And if this message reached you at the right time, don't forget to subscribe because this is just the beginning and you don't want to miss what's coming.